Hello, everyone. My name is Mirna, and on behalf of the Mindalia TV team, welcome to Mindalia live streaming, where thousands of people around the world gather daily to see the lectures and interviews organized by Mindalia TV. Today with us, we have Angel Ribo, CEO, consultant, TV host, international public speaker, and president of the Wisdom for Kids Foundation. And he's going to be having a very interesting conversation with Raquel Colomer and Marta Jordan. They are the founders of Rama Coach. Before starting with them, we want to remind you that Mindalia's mission is to share information that can help raise the level of consciousness around the world. And you can help us by subscribing to our channel, leaving us a positive comment down this video, or sharing it with someone that you know that is going to benefit of the content that we're going to be talking here today. Also, while we are live streaming, we have the active chat, the screen that you're going to be seeing here on my side or under the video, in case that you're following us from a smartphone. And through there, if you want to, you can enter questions for our guest today. We also want you to collaborate with Mindalia with your own valuable content, and you can do so by going to our website. On the top, you're going to find a link that says Collaborate with Mindalia. That link takes you to a form that you can fill out, and that's going to serve for our technical team to be getting in contact with you. Remember that you can collaborate with Mindalia in English through Mindalia TV English, but you can also do it in Spanish through Mindalia Televisión and Portuguese through Mindalia Televisao. Visit our different channels and platforms, Facebook pages, Instagram accounts, and follow us. With that, you not only help us reach as much people in the planet as possible, but you also keep yourself updated with the amazing information that we share there on a daily basis. Now, I have the great pleasure of leaving you with Angel Ribo, Raquel Colomer, and Marta Jordan. Guys, welcome to Mindalia live streaming. The screen is now yours.
Awesome. Thank you very much, Mirna, for the introduction, and welcome to Mindalia TV, Marta and Raquel.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Well, excellent. So it's beautiful to have you here with us today, and we're going to start the conversation with a very, very easy question. Why is parenting so difficult?
That's an excellent question, Angel. For me, let me introduce myself briefly. I'm a single mom of two girls, 11 and 13. So, I don't know if you have kids, but it's 3. Okay, so you know a little bit what I'm talking about here. Parenting is the most important job that one person can have, in my humble opinion, and also the most difficult. Nobody prepares you for being a parent. A kid doesn't come with an instruction manual, and we have the pressure, or we think that we have the pressure to do our best for our kids. We want to spare them the mistakes that we've done, and sometimes, very often, we project on them. So basically, that's what we do. And it shouldn't be as complicated, but it is. That's basically my take on that. But it's also very rewarding.
I heard many times that actually the kids are the ones that pick their parents. I don't know if you believe in that or not, or you think it's only a very spiritual thing. Do you think that the kids actually choose who they want their parents to be?
I think so. I think we have many things to learn. And sometimes, and really, I learn, I think, most with my son, the more things with him that I think I can teach him. No, I think he came to show me, to teach me how to be peaceful, how to be patient. And I think to have a kid is a challenge. I think so. What do you think, Marta?
Yes,
we are very mystical, so
I definitely think that the kids choose us as parents because personally, in my opinion, I think that we all have a challenge in this life, a lesson to learn, or more than one, of course. And our kids come to us to be our biggest teachers. Mm-hmm. And I definitely think so, that we picked our parents as well. So it's a lifelong challenge to that we navigate. And absolutely, I agree with you 100%.
So then if they come here to teach us, then they come already knowing more things than we know because they come to teach us, right? So they are in a place in which they already know what we have to learn. Does that make sense?
Totally. I think so. Totally. Yes. Many times when I with my son, or even when we are working with kids, many times we said, wow, today I learned many things. They see the world in a different way and with another perception. So that is incredible to share the point of view of them and understand another way for being, I think so.
And is there a way to? Okay, so obviously we cannot change the past. So let's try to help our audience here on Mindalia TV. Let's try to help them to make or to do a better job in the future. So, let's start like, okay, so we have the kids that we have made all the efforts, and we have been, spending time with them one way or another. The reality is that they also have their own lives, and they go to school, and they are surrounded by other kids, and they are surrounded by teachers and other people that influence their lives and their education. So they're already complex beings, right? As complex as we are. So probably they are already on their cell phones, sometime during the day, and they use electronics, maybe, But again, they already live in a world which is very different to the world in which we lived when we were kids, right? So what can we do starting today, starting now, when they come back from school today? What can we start doing with them? Something that's going to help us and help them.
Well, here I would like to talk a little bit about what is mindfulness, and that's why we are here. Mindfulness is the capacity of the human being to be present, to be aware in the moment. It's just being, not doing. That's my understanding of mindfulness. The problem, as you mentioned, Angel, is that in this society, it's really complex to do just that, just being. We have hectic schedules, not only us as adults, but our kids as well, especially in this country. They're overscheduled. They have the practice for this, the soccer, the swimming, the gymnastics, the piano lessons, the Mandarin even. So, and then the distractions of the cell phone, social media, a lot of things that was not here when we were growing up. So it's very complex to find a balance, because you don't want to remove your kid from having access to these tools that are also very positive and are part of the world that we live in and necessary. But it's again finding a balance with your kid. So being mindful, it's what's dropping into your body and keeping you in the present moment. For me, as you said, what you can do to start doing today with your kids. For me, being a mindful parent is not different of being a mindful individual. And here, you're not going to find a quick fix, something like an instant coffee. In this culture of instant gratification, unfortunately, it doesn't work like that. You have to cultivate a mindfulness practice of your own, so that transpire into your everyday life. And then, of course, your kids see you as a role model, and they will pick from that. As you obviously know, you have 3. So they are watching us 24/7. So if you have your own practice, that's going to show up in your life, and they're going to watch you and learn from that. So having said that, of course, there are exercises that you can do with them, but it all starts with yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Sorry, I didn't want to interrupt you.
Yes, I totally agree about that.
Okay, so, all right. So I understand mindfulness. I understand being. So when they come back from school today, what can I do different? So what would you suggest me? Because obviously the kids are always asking for things, always. hey mom, give me this, let's do this, look at what my brother did, look at what my sister did, blah blah blah. I mean, like, it's continuous, right? So what can we do, I mean, differently to start having this practice of being and of mindfulness at home?
Okay. For us, it's important to create a mindful space at home, no? And like Marta says, we have to start by yourself. If you are not present, if you don't breathe, if you are upset, if you are with your kids but you are with your cell phone all the time, that is not mindfulness. So we practice, for example, when the kids came to home, we can do simple tips that can help you. For example, create a routine. And what that means? A routine that, for example, leave the stuff, the lunchbox on the kitchen, the backpack in your bedroom. Why to do that? Because next day you need to go and the school and you already have everything in its place. Another thing, we believe too much in the mindful conversation. And what is that? We use powerful questions. If you go with your son in the car, look in the phone with the traffic, and you say, how was the day? And they are going to say, good, but this is not a conversation. So take your time a little bit, sometimes during the dinner, sometimes after the school, and ask him questions, open questions that they can explain how they feel. How was the day? Not just yes, no, but good. And I don't know, more things that we can do. Many things, just breathe, for example. Marta put many times a good example about like eating like slowly and try to taste more the food, for example. Mindfulness is in everything if you can and if you want. I don't know, you want to say something else?
Yeah, you can apply, the most important thing for me with your kids is being present. And I completely understand that we are all human and we need to use our phones and keep going, checking our to-do list.
Mm-hmm.
But if you pick a time to just be with your kid and having a mindful conversation, really interested in what your kid has to say, and not judging. Mm-hmm. Try not to judge or project your own wants on the kid. That's your kid is not your mini-me. It's not an extension of yourself. They are unique. They are unique individuals that are here to teach us. They have their own path, and we are here just to take their hand and accompany them for a little while because they're not ours. We don't own our kids, so it's for a short time that we're going to have them. Mm-hmm. And just being present, that's the most important thing. Depending, of course, on the age, you can do different things. It's not the same thing to have a toddler than to deal with a teenager. But the earlier you start, the better results you're gonna have. It also starts with the connection that you have with yourself, as I was saying. If you are not connected with yourself, it's gonna be very difficult to connect with your kids or any other human being.
We talk a lot about be present, and for so many people around the world, they don't know what is to be present, no? Be present is when I'm here with you, Angel and Marta. Stay here. Don't thinking about the future. Don't think what I have to do later. Don't check the hour. It's just be in the moment. Don't think on the past. So to be present is that when we are with our kids, is to be with them. Don't check the time. Could be just 10 minutes talking to them, but to be 10 minutes with them, without phone, without TV, without working in the kitchen, cooking, nothing. Be sitting and listening. That is for me to be present for us.
How can we? Okay, so let's say that we start as adults. We understand you, we follow you, we even look for more information about how to be continuously present, how to be more than than do. But at the end of the day, the kids are gonna come to us, and they will come with a lot of questions, a lot of things to do, a lot of requests, and let's say a lot of them are gonna be in the material world, in the sense, Mom, I want this, I want that. You never know why they want a specific thing. Maybe it's because someone at the school said, "Look, I bought this pair of shoes. Those sports shoes are so nice, or whatever." And when it's girls, maybe it's even worse, because they love to feel to feel beautiful, and to compare with each other. So there's a lot of things in, let's say, in the physical world that the kids want continuously. They want that, and we are trying to be ourselves present. How do we react to all those requests from our kids that they want to have more and more and more material things?
I know. I react with questions. Why do you need that shoes? Why that is important for you? And let's see what happens. Because sometimes it's not so important. It's just because someone has the same shoes, or just because they are fancy.
Yes, that's well, especially in society that we live, it's very oriented to consume things that we don't really need. And when you are a teenager, it's very difficult to explain to them that what's the point, no? Or having that phone, or the next sneakers, or whatever. Just being mindful. Everyone is different on what they want to give their kids, and just your own practice is going to teach you, as Raquel said, not to react, and as you mentioned also, Angel, not to react. Just pause, and don't get triggered by these actions of your kids, or demands. Just give you the space. That's what your mindful practice is going to give you, a space to pause, being, and then, and we are not perfect. We'll have our days that we apply our practice and we are so proud of ourselves. It's like, yay! And some other days, we are human, we're going to yell at them. Start by having compassion also with yourself in these days.
And many times we think that we want something that we don't have, but we don't give value the things we already have. So an incredible exercise is be grateful for everything we have, even the small things. So when, for example, my son came at home, complained for something. Today was a bad day. I didn't like the school. I started to ask him, let me something good today. You breathe, you have 2 arms, you have 2 legs, you can walk, you can run, we can go outside with the dog. You have already a dog. Wow, it's incredible. So start to think how many things we have. Don't think about what we don't have. So that is, be grateful. I think it's a good exercise of mindfulness as well.
Yeah, that's really powerful. It's you're not coming from lack, but you are coming from abundance, and with an attitude of appreciation and gratitude. It's you really come to realize how blessed you are. And one thing that I suggest sometimes is that you keep a gratitude jar, and for each member of the family. And whenever something good happens to you, or something that you feel grateful for, you can write it on a little note and put it on the jar. And at the end of the year, you get to read all these wonderful notes that they can be small things. And you get to realize how many blessings you have on your life. That's another practice that can be a nice one to do with your kids.
And as well, I think to be mindful, you can say as well, no.
Of course.
You can say,
of course.
No, I'm not going to buy you that. It's okay. And you continue to be mindful and present and peaceful and everything. But saying no sometimes is good as well.
Obviously, yeah.
What would you do if you try to? Okay, you let's say we have already achieved this place of mindfulness ourselves, and we're trying to show our kids how to do it. What if when we try to tell them, hey, just slow down, be thoughtful, just be. And if they tell you, Daddy, this is really boring, why should I do this? What could we do to our kids that they're going so fast? Because everything is going fast, and now in the schools they have computers, so everybody has their own computer in the school. So I mean, it's literally like everything is going so fast for them. Then they come home and we ask them, slow down, and we're going to be present. Daddy, is this for real? What would you do?
The approach with kids is through the imagination and with games. It's impossible to try, and we try to meditate the first day, like, let's go. No, that doesn't work. So we try to do many games and exercise that they can pay attention and start to be mindful playing. For example, if I said, okay, let's play. Let's go to breathe. And you're going to say, wow, that is so boring. But if I said, let's breathe like a crocodile or butterfly, so you start to say, what? Yeah, like a crocodile. So it's possible you take his attention or her attention. I don't know if Marta wants to add something.
Yes, it's as Raquel was saying, it's hard. For some kids, it comes naturally. You'll be surprised, but it's not the norm that they like to sit still and just breathe. No, it doesn't happen like that. But when they see the benefits through these exercises, and even now with the technology that you mentioned, Angel, the technology also is very beneficial, obviously. And we have some very good apps, meditation apps, that they have a specific guided meditation for kids. And you can pick and choose a few and see which one your kid likes. Especially, this works for me at bedtime, and with many clients that I've tried, it works very well. There are different paths and different ways. But for me, again, the most important thing is to embody yourself, the mindfulness, and so they can see how you do.
Awesome. You mentioned your practice and your clients. So what kind of clients do you have? What kind of because you were introduced in the beginning by Mirna, and she mentioned a specific kind of coaching. Could you tell us a little bit more about what you do and how you do it?
Sure, of course. But we are life coach, but our company integrate many disciplines, not just life coach, health coach, yoga, meditation, mindfulness, because we believe that the balance is between everything, our mind, our body, and our soul. So our clients are looking, and Marta is going to explain a little bit more, are looking for something else, not just a therapist, not just exercise, not a healthy diet. They look to be a better being.
Absolutely. We have, the life coach that we do is ontological. What that means is that it's based on the language. And we believe strongly that we are constantly creating with our language. Our language starts in our thoughts that become words, and the words become our reality. We dig deep to see what are your limiting beliefs and what's stopping you from becoming your best version through these disciplines that Raquel mentions. It's really very tailored to every client that we have, and it's very, very specific. So not two clients are the same. We all have different needs and projects and goals and dreams, and that's what the amazing part of this work is.
So the name of your practice is Rama Coaching, is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, so why Rama?
Well, Marta is more It's a yogi, no? It's yogi.
Yogini.
Sorry, yogini, because it's a woman. So she knows more about God and things like that. I think it's a yoga god, no, Marta? Rama. And as well, because I'm Raquel and she's Marta. And Rama in Spanish has a meaning as well. I don't know if
Rama has many different meanings for us. Of course, Raquel and Marta, Rama, that was easy. And also in Spanish is branch, which is alive, which is part of something bigger that we love. And we picked that name and it works for us. I like it.
How can we find you online? The people that are going to watch this interview, if they want to reach out to you, what's the best way to do it?
Online, we have our website, Rama Coach. In Instagram, we have as well our account. I don't know, in Miami, we participate in events with pediatrics about mindfulness, private lessons. We have seminars.
So you said ramacoach.com. That's the place where it's easier to find you?
Mm-hmm. They can know more about our work, about our philosophy, and I think people would like it.
Yeah, but we don't also work with kids and families. We also have all sorts of clients, really. So this is a part of what we specialize on, but it's not our only focus.
Many times people don't know what it's a coach, no? And even someone said, but you are a coach, like the soccer coach? And I say, no, really. So a coach is not a therapist. We don't work in the past. We work in the present. Like Marta said, we work in your language. We work a lot about your emotions. And as well, we project to your future. We are no consultant. We are in the middle of everything, but we work a lot about your feelings, about your language. The way you see the world is the way you take the opportunities. You see the world like scared, you're never going to take any opportunity. So it's a totally different way to see this thing.
Why did you two, personally, why did you start to do this?
I think, Marta, the same, our paths are parallel, but I was working in marketing all my life in a huge company, Spanish companies. And in one point, after having many changes in my life, I said, what am I doing? I don't know. Even I was living all the time in my past, thinking all the time in the future, on money, and I was not present and I was not happy. So I decided to change my life. And we start with this company studying, making the certification of life coach, and we find the balance, because at the beginning I start with exercise. No, when I feel that I was not very good, exercise is going to help me, but it was not enough. Okay, let's do yoga, meditation, but it was not enough. So we work in the 3 pillars of our life, and in that case, helped me to me. So Marta, in that case, was
well, my background is also I'm a lawyer. I studied law back in Spain, and I was in the corporate world for a number of years. I was not happy, and I've always had an interest in personal growth, personal development. And at a certain point, my marriage was crumbling, and I started to focus more on myself through the yoga, through meditation, and I started to cultivate self-love. And I really think that the life coach is a great tool. I decided to take this certification and start on this path because it really worked for me. at a point in my life where I was faced with many different choices and at a crossroad, and it helped me enormously. It helped me to know myself better, and seeing the benefits that I had from that, I want to share that with other people, because it's an excellent way of self-knowledge and self-growth. So I know the value and I want to share it. That's
wonderful. Well, so thank you. It's been a great conversation for you too today. So thank you very much for what you do. I can tell that you must be helping a lot of people that really need the help, because we all parents, as you said, we don't come to this world. We want to have kids. We think that we want to have kids. We want to be mom and dad, but we don't come with a manual. We don't know how to do it, and it's just us with the world and with the kids trying to do the best we can. So thank you very much for what you do. It's been a blessing.
Thank you,
Thank you for
Angel.
having us.
Thank you so
Thank
much,
you.
and Mirna.
Absolutely. And for everybody here, again, this is Angel Ribo with Mindalia TV. Thank you very much for being with us today. I hope that you have enjoyed our conversation with Marta and with Raquel as much as we have. And we hope to see you soon. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.
Bye.